Hi guys, Gaming Bear here. Right, today we're looking at the Arizona ship on offer by from Wargaming. But the real thing about this ship is that it was a real ship which went down, and there's I wanted to know the history and about what happened to it in World War Two, and it was basically a memorial for the 1140 or so guys who died on it. It was just absolutely awful. But there are some known living survivors, and there's a special 75th anniversary reunion in Hawaii later this year, on the 1st to the 9th of December this year. So it's for the guys who survived, and so this video is in honour of them and everyone else who was on the ship, who actually went through this horrific thing. And this was the ship in Pearl Harbor that was sunk with that horrendous loss of life, and we get to play it as a game with this ship now, but we have to pay proper regards to them. I've got goose pimples just thinking about it, and it's we live now in a peaceful life, in a peaceful world because of them, and the job that they did, or they were prepared to do for our generation and future generations. And it's the like to stand up and to be counted, and they stood up to be counted. And so just amazing kudos for those guys, for the ones who survived, who are going to be at the memorial at the 75th anniversary, and in memory of those who didn't. So looking at the ship, it's a game, but to them, those guys, it wasn't a game. And I'm welling up because of it, and I'm sorry, but yeah. So we get to play this game. We had to have a free life because of guys like them who were prepared to sacrifice, and then made the ultimate sacrifice. So we look at this package and play this game, but I'm dedicating this to them. It's all about those guys and the heroes who are left, who can remember their friends. So, oh God, I'm welling up at the moment. So is it worth it? What they did was worth it. Is this ship worth it? I would say, in honour of them, well, there should be something going towards the charity from Wargaming, towards the memorial and the guys who were in the ship. And I think Wargaming should make some sort of contribution. But for that, this ship in the game is worth it. But let's look at it on a practical level. So let's get into the game and have a look and see whether it's worth the $30.99 or £23.94. So let's get in. And I've just put it on. I haven't played a single game. My system crashed as I was just starting to look at this. So I've just booted in, and so we'll have a look. I was going to compare it to the Warships, the Grand Old Lady, which you probably know is one of my favourite ships. And so it's a direct comparison, both tier 6. So we'll get in, and what I know from having a quick look at the stats is the ship itself, this new ship, is slower than the Warships. Very similar in other situations. So let's have a look and sort out and decide whether it's a good ship. As you know, my opinion of the Warships is that it's a very lovely ship, very, very good ship, and that's one of the reasons it's my favourite. It is my favourite out of all the ships. So, and the Arizona is very, very similar. So we'll have a look at these similarities and then get into a game. I haven't even kitted this out. So here we go. There we go. In and having a look at the ship itself. Wonderful looking ship. All those guns. I'm not quite sure about, but that this funnel there right in front of the guns. But I suppose you wouldn't really want to shoot down at that level. But yeah, that just seems a little bit, it's like, why do you want to have that there? But hey, it is what it is. So survivability. Points, we're looking at 57,200. So compare it to the Warships, which got 53,800. And armour, 25 to 300. The Arizona has got armour 25 to 343. So armour wise, it's actually better armoured than the Warships. And you know how tough the Warships is. And this is even tougher, with more hit points. torpedo protection, 37%. The Warspite's about 25 or something, 24%. So this is even better protection from torpedoes. The guns themselves, we're looking for triple batteries of 356. So comparing it, we're looking for double batteries of 381. So the guns on the Warspite are a larger caliber, but there are less of them. The secondaries are better on the Warspite and not quite so good on the Arizona. Then we come to the AA defense. The AA defense, people are saying, oh, it's absolutely awful. Well, it's 36. We've got the Brownings, the 28 mils and the 127 mil cannons. So let's compare it to the Warspite. 39. Okay, it's got 39. We've got the Ehrlichens, which are actually quite good. The Vickers and the 105s, whereas the Arizona has 127 mil guns. So this out to 4.2 kilometers, whereas the Warspite, these guns are out 5 kilometers. So it's a little bit for longer range, but the guns themselves can't quite do so much damage. So I would say for that the Arizona as an anti-aircraft armament vessel is slightly better in some ways and worse in others, but roughly the same as the Warspite. And you know, I love it, and you've seen me shoot down so many planes, so I'm thinking, okay, that's really, really good. So now let's look at the maneuverability. Speed 21 knots. Now this is one of the bugbears with the Warspite. It's got a speed of 24.7 knots, and for the Arizona to be 3 knots slower is not looking good. This is the only downside that I can see with the ship so far, is that it's got that it's so much slower around the battlefield. But let's have a look at the actual spread of the dispersion. Let's have a look. The main guns at 220 meters. Let's compare it to the Warspite. 219, so almost identical. One meter in it, with the Warspite being one meter less dispersion. So I would say basically there's hardly any difference in the dispersion. They're both very, very good. But you've got to let them turn and get into position. So the main batteries, let's have turning time 50.3. The Arizona turning time 48.6. So it's even faster. So that was one of the problems with the Warspite. You've got to leave time to for the guns to. You've got to prepare for what you're doing. So this is even faster than the Warspite. So similar guns, similar amount of damage. Damage per shell, we're looking at 10,300. And the Warspite, we are looking 11,400, but you're getting less shots and from bigger guns. So there's not a lot in it, and the Arizona has actually got more guns that can bring to bear. So that's really, really good. So concealment 41. I think it's identical with the Warspite. Yeah, 41. 13.8 kilometers compared to 14. So concealment is essentially identical. So it's just the guns are very similar. The maneuverability, let's have a look. The turning circle 640, rudder shift 14.7. We're looking 550 and 14.2. So the Warspite is more maneuverable and it's got a better top speed. Everything else is incredibly similar, apart from the Arizona is tougher, better armour, better guns, so more guns, similar accuracy, similar sort of damage, a little bit more damage. So without further ado, let's have a look. Modules. What can I put on? Okay. Let's see what we've got. Upgrades. Main armament. Modification. Okay. No need to do that. Less chance of a detonation. Yeah, let's go with that. Then plotting room, I would say that's quite a useful one. I think that'll give additional firing range. Well, as we're going to be slower, the additional firing range will be very useful. Damage control. Yeah, let's go for the damage control mod. And final one, Damage control or propulsion. Propulsion will allow us to get to top speed faster, but I would say damage control modification. I don't have enough spare credit, so I would have done, but I would have got it. So that's what I'd say to go for. And so without further ado, let's get straight into to the first game. Let's see exactly how it plays. So we know it's going to be slow. The guns are accurate, so you've got to let them turn into place, and we'll see what this is like. But for the money and dedication, it's a good value for money. In comparison to the Warspite, so you're getting a very similar ship, a little bit slower, but a very similar ship for less money than the Warspite used to be and generally is. So I would say it's better value than the Warspite, and you know that I love the Warspite. So let's see how this actually plays. It's a team. How are we doing? So straight in. Oh, not bad. Tier 7 game. I've seen worse games. So Arizona, New Mexico. We'll see how it goes. I think it's got a better. Let's compare exactly. So better A. He's got better air defense. We've got better guns. We've got more. The only thing he's got is a little bit more maneuverability and better air defense. Well, we're not a plane. We're a battleship. So let's get into it and let's hunt that badger down. One thing I'm not sure about is the red on top of these. Any plane would be able to see you. So that's the only thing. Why have it painted red? You know. But apart from that. So let's speed up. Let's go up to full speed. Let's follow. Let's have a look. So let's follow the other ships that are coming. Let's head over towards B2. I'm going to turn the guns to port. So get them looking over in that direction. And as a swing around, and we'll start heading off to starboard. So you can see the guns are turning relatively quick because I'm used to what it's like with the Warspite. This seems really, really nifty. But yeah, it's a nice looking ship. It's got everything you want. It's got guns, it's got propellers, and it's got armor. So what more can you ask? You know, from a battleship. So it's pretty nice, and the great flag at the back. So we're ready for action. Make sure we're not going to run into someone. So New Mexico there, he's staying at the back. We've got the Lady Killer and Nuke 2015. And the Miyoko and the Oba. So let's let them spot for us. Let's keep it moving. Get ready for any targets coming in. Keep the guns facing in that direction, and we don't want to be right at the back because the problem is we won't be able to move to take advantage because of the lack of speed. You've got to be prepared for what's going to be coming in. So we get the guns ready. Now the cruisers, they're pulling in towards us. Now they need to be going the other way. They're running. He's running from the Oba is running away. He's running towards the battleships. Not a good sign. So we'll see what we can do. So it looks like they're being spotted in the other direction. So I'm going to turn in to get a little bit closer. I know it may not be the best of ideas, but with the Aoba not covering and being slow, and with their team being seen on the other edge of the map, we want to be able to deal with whatever comes. Okay, they're turning in now. As we're slow, we need to preempt things. See the turning circle. Now you've shifted the rudder. There we go. Range 20 kilometers. So let's get a spotter plane out. Let's see. There we go. There are shots. Use of the spotter. See what we can do. It was pretty close. It's nice to be able to bring the guns. Now there's something down there. Okay, let's slow it down, make it more accurate. 3/4 speed. We want to have a go at an AOBA. That's what was down there, and that's what was firing. Got the Texas, which is going to be a bit of a pain. If we can get rid of the AOBA. He's going backwards. Look at the smoke, he's actually going backwards. Sneaky little badger. So, we'll get ready for him. Oh. Just blinking timing. The way that the shells are, the way it looks, you know, it's like fireworks, like the 5th of July. Oh, that was so close. He's going to be he's out of range. We can't get there in time. So let's speed up and get back on the charge. Let's see what this is like at hunting something down. So we'll see. Texas out there. So we need to be in range 18.6 kilometers. If we go too much that way, we are going to be completely in the firing line. So we'll just turn it, try and... It's pretty close, but we don't really want to be there. Keep it turning. Let's try and lay these up ready for him. 10 seconds, so... See if that's where he's going to be in 10 seconds. That poor Nagato. Out of position, and these... We got this blinking cruiser, this coward of a cruiser who's just sneaking around behind us in the AOBA. He's not doing his job. Well, he's just running away. He's leaving us to get taken out one by one. But the maneuverability seems okay. It's a range situation. I don't want to be spotted. So we'll wait and get our planes back up. I'm going to work my way around, come in behind the pair of New Mexico. assist them as we go round. .3 knots, so nearly up to full speed. He's fine. He's getting himself away from everybody. So let's turn around the island. See how this looks. So we've got the secondary guns ready to. There we go. 17 clicks. Is he going to slow down around the island? I would say that might get him as he comes out. No, he's wrong position. A couple of seconds too late. So we want to be able to bring the guns back to bear. We don't want to be... There we go. Targets. So let's turn to hunt them down. We don't want to move in the middle of them towards them too much, otherwise we'll have too many of their guns able to take us at once. Let's slow down a little bit, make the guns more accurate. Let's turn to bring the rest of the guns to bear. See what we can do. It's close. So the triple shots up on towards target. A little bit more lead. Oh yes, a nice bit of damage when they get there. Very, very accurate guns. See if we can get them back onto. Oh, so close.
Enemy battleship destroyed.
Oh yes. Try and get the range right. Okay, he's going slower than I thought. He's one lucky little badger. Oh yes. So let's steam back around the island. Take this Aoba first. Couple of shots in. Not bad. The AP wasn't as good as I thought it would be. So HE would have been better at that range, but didn't do as much as I thought it would do. I thought plunging fire would go through the deck, but apparently not. They're trying to outrun us. Let's keep it going. So, nice spread. Is it going to get anywhere close? Oh yes. We can do this. We need to chase him. He's running. Now they're running from us. Now that shows you that it's not the worst ship in the world. That it's so good they're running from it. So let's go straight for them. Try and close the distance. The guns are fantastic. When they hit, it's a lot of damage. So let's get the plane up, which will make the difference.
Spotter airborne.
Try and preempt where he's going to be. If he turns, he's going to head roughly to where the... Oh, he didn't turn enough. He's turned away. But where all the manoeuvring he's doing... Yes. Next we got the Texas. $17 kilometers. So we'll try a bit of HE towards him. He's moving in for the kill. So let's try and bring the rest of the guns to bear. Oh, he's not going as fast as I thought he would. So let's turn to bring the guns to bear. Little bit of damage. So with the addition of the planes guiding the shots in, oh, he is so lucky. 15.6 kilometers. Fuso. Let's try and get the range right. Oh, that was so close. So let's change the speed to make the guns more accurate. They're looking good. So we want AP as the next salvo. He's on fire. I think he's slowing. Keep him on fire. Mind you, the AP, let's see if we can get in through his decks. He's keeping on going. He's turning. One shot, 3,000 damage. Could have been a lot better. So, do we go for HE? I think we may need HE. See what we can do. Try and get the range right. He's firing towards us. Let's turn towards the shots. No islands in the way. He's trying to outturn us. Trying to get a nice spread. Let's turn back towards him while the guns are reloading. Not a lot of damage, but he's back on fire. So let's turn towards him and start running him down. Otherwise, he's going to start running away. Now we can do this. Now this feels such a solid ship, and they're scared. It's almost like they're running away from it. It's that good. This gives me the feeling, the way it plays, it feels like the Warspite. It's one of those that people know that it's blinking good. It's sort of an attrition situation where you're trying to just deal with the enemy. Let's go for AP. Still trying to work out what's the best type of ammo with these ships. Of what to do. 10 seconds. It's going to be a draw, but this is a fun ship to play. It really is, and they're afraid of it. You don't, at no time do you feel like it's out of... Oh, we won. Brilliant. First game, win, kill, 135,000. Let's have a look at the detailed report. So, number of shots in, and we came away... But yeah, I like the way they've changed this. So, loading, let's see. Came away with 117,000 from the first game. Very, very nice. Or else, without premium, it would have been 72,000. So damage wise, 37,000, which is okay. It's not the best, but it was me getting used to it and being a bit timid. But how do I rate this? How does it feel? It really, the similarity with the Warsprite is amazing. It doesn't seem as slow as it could be. It's where you need it. You just keep heading towards your enemy, and keep the triple guns batteries firing towards them, and turning the other batteries to them when you get the chance. The guns are very accurate, doing a lot of damage. Choosing the right sort of ammo for the right target is the key, but you can still keep doing it. Turn to face them, so you can slough off any shots that are incoming. You saw I turned the front towards them to be able to bounce any shots, but there were no shots incoming. They were choosing other targets rather than the Arizona. They must have known how tough it was, because if the shots had come in, we'd have weathered it. We got that huge 57,200 hit point pool, plus the armouring and these guns. And if they'd turned to get a broadside, we'd have fired, we'd have swung, flipped the back end out, and I'd have used the other two turrets to just destroy them. And so at no point did I feel like this was out of control. It plays like a slightly slower Warspite with bigger guns and, well, more guns, similar damage, similar everything. It is like an American Warspite. I really like it. There weren't any fighters, but if you'd seen it, the way everyone always tries to target the Warspite, this would weather the storm. You say, oh, it's not so good with... Sorry, it's got armour. They're coming in. It can wipe out 39% of the torpedo damage. That's if you take one. You make sure you don't go in straight lines. You know, watch out for torpedoes. Oh, and if there are planes incoming, well, you deal with them. If not, you just spend the rest of the time hunting down their ships and destroying them one by one, like you do in the Warspite. And it's very, very similar. I like this ship, like I like the Warspite. This may well be my favourite American ship, with Warspite being my favourite of all. This I'm going to go back and compare this to the go and play the Warspite now. I have a feeling there's something that, even though I love the Warspite, there's something about the Arizona that might even be slightly better. It hasn't got the speed, but it's got something. There's something about it. The Warspite people fear. I think people fear this even more than the Warspite. I can't quite... So, 8 with the mods, 18.6 with the mods on the Warspite, because they hasn't got it, that's the difference. This has got an additional 2 kilometer range, whereas the Warspite isn't able to do that. So this has got an additional 2 kilometer range to deal with the enemy, whereas the Warspite, the Warspite used to have this, and now the Arizona has got it. So this has taken that. That's why the Warspite hasn't been quite as good recently, because they essentially, by taking away the additional module for the plotting bonus, that's 16% additional that you can't get on the. Let me check, see if it is available now on the Warspite. It wasn't available. Loading time. It's got it. Aiming system modification. Let's have a look. Additional. Nope, no, it still doesn't have it. No, they removed it. The Warspite used to have the plotting room that the Arizona now has. So the Arizona has taken over. This is a better ship than the Warspite. You know how much I love the Warspite. Because of that additional firing range, this has got it. And it can deal better with the torpedoes that come in than the Warspite. So this will be a better ship. Rather than going into playing the other one, this is what the Warspite used to be. Apart from this is just a tiny bit slower, an extra 3 knots slower. So you're looking at 2-3 knots. Let me just check. Maneuverability is 21 to 24.7. So you lose a bit of the speed, but you get the additional range of the guns. The plotting room makes the difference. That's what turns this into the real monster. Now, I love the Warspite, but at tier 6, since they've nerfed the Warspite by getting rid of the plotting room, this is the new Warspite. So for me, this could well be my new favourite tier 6, thinking about it, because of that additional couple of kilometres range. So for me, it's a great big thumbs up, even if it's just for the ship, just to put in there. But because it's such a good ship, you saw I didn't take any damage. They weren't even bothering firing. They knew how tough it was. From the front, anything that comes in, you're going to be able to slough it off. Anything that does go through, you've got the hit points to deal with it. And all the time, you're pounding shot after shot into them to destroy them. And you saw 100 or so thousand you came away with, 75,000 credits if you haven't even got a premium account. Well, yeah. Just, yes, definitely. This is a great, big, huge thumbs up on so many levels, and not just for the veterans and the history and this being a monument. This respect to Wargaming for going for it and actually putting it out there. And I think this should be seen for what it is, as showing what the Arizona would have been like and how good a ship, and a testament to the reason the Japanese had to take the ship out, because it was so good. What the devastation this would have done to the Japanese Navy, and the guys on the ship would have done that. So we, hopefully playing this ship, will show what those boys would have done with this. So in honour of them, I'm going to play this to show everyone what they would have done. So I'm the Gaming Bear. This is definitely the Arizona, and this is now my number 1 tier 6 ship. That's it. Get the ship, and see you again soon. Cheers, guys. Bye.